Hey guys, this is Josh Farley back with another video. And in this video, I'm actually going to be doing more T-Mobile 5G home internet speed tests. So it's actually 12:54 or 12:55 now p.m. On a Thursday. So like I've said before, you have to keep in mind that there's a lot of people online right now, still at school. There's parents going to pick up their kids soon from school and stuff. And stuff like that. A lot of people at work, stuff like that. So let's actually get into this video. But like I've said before, I am actually using third-party equipment. With the T-Mobile 5G home internet, I'm using a Chester Cheetah version 2 that actually allows band locking and network mode switching and stuff like that. And I'm also using a waveform 4x4 antenna that's actually hooked up to that, and it's actually facing out near an old truck stop up in the attic. So, there is tower monitorization going on, by the way, too. Like I've been saying in my past videos, for the past couple of weeks now. It's now April 25th. So we still have 2 days until they told me that it's going to be done around April 27th. So we still have 2 days to go. With the tower monitorization that they're doing this in this area for the 5G. They told me that they were particularly working on the 5G network in this area. So it definitely has seemed like they are, because I've had ping spikes. I've had speeds that have been slower than normal. Normally we average with the speed. We normally get like 500 to 600 on the download. With all the equipment that I have. With the Chester Cheetah version 2, with the band locking and stuff, and then the waveform 4x4 antenna, on top of that. So we, normally get, pretty consistent 500 to 600, on the download, and the upload hasn't really been that good in this area. It's just not good, in this area, for any carrier. It doesn't, matter what carrier you have. Whether you have T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, MVNOs like Metro by T-Mobile, Cricket Wireless, Visible, stuff like that. It doesn't really matter, because the upload is just terrible in this area. So that's what I'm hoping for, that actually gets, fixed. I'm definitely hoping for better upload speeds, in this area, once they get done, around April 27th, with the 5G maintenance or the tower monitorization, whatever you want to call it, and, just all around, better reliability, like I've been saying. So let's actually open up the speed test app here. And I'll run 3 on the West Norton, PA server, and I'll run some on the Ashburn, VA server as well. And I did actually restart the gateway before I started making this video, because it was when I got up this afternoon or this morning, I worked night shift at a school. Like I've said before in my videos, I'm a nighttime custodian or janitor or whatever you want to call it. But I'm a nighttime worker. I got up this afternoon, and around like 12. Before I started making this video, I got up, and I noticed that the speeds were slow again. So I, looked on the admin page for the Chester Cheetah version 2, and it switched back to 4G. So it's been doing that, since they've been working on the network, since they've been working on the tower, that's down the road from me. It's been doing that occasionally, it's been switching from 5G to 4G, because it kind of switches to, whatever, I have it on standalone mode. So I guess that, basically means that it kind of switches, between, whatever it feels like is best, or if it doesn't get a, if it doesn't get a 5G signal at all, obviously it's going to default to 4G, signal, which it didn't used to do that. So, I definitely think that has something to do with the towers being worked on, and stuff like that, because it didn't used to do that. Now I do only get a weak 5G signal, up in the attic, but, I don't really think that has anything to do with it, because I think the waveform 4x4 antenna would, be able to overcome that. But, I don't know. I mean, it could possibly be because it's just so much of a weak signal. I'm not really sure, but when I restart it, I restarted it before I made this video, and it's, back giving me the speed. When I did the speed test this morning, I was only getting like 70, for the download. So, it seems to be back up on par, with the download speeds that we get. Like I've said, the upload speeds are definitely not the best in this area. So, I'm definitely, hoping, come April 27th, April 25th right now, so we're getting, closer, to the day they told me. So, I'm definitely hoping that it's gonna, be, better, more reliable and, just all around better, come April 27th. But, we'll see. So, on this one, definitely not bad though. 593 for the download, 12 even for the upload, and only 23 ping. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal, to have to restart it sometimes. But the thing is, I'm just hoping for better reliability, because I don't, I don't want to have to restart it, as, that many times, like every so often, I don't really care, if it's every so often, to try to refresh the signal, and all that kind of stuff. But, I just get kind of tired of doing that. When I shouldn't have to do that. I just think that the 5G, in this area, needs to be better, in my opinion, because, they are working on it from what they told me. They gave me the tower ID, when I chatted with them about a few weeks back. They gave me the tower ID, and they asked me if that was the tower, that I was talking about, and I told them, yeah. And, she told me in the chat, she said, yeah, she said they're doing, work on that tower, particularly for the 5G, and she told me that it could be done, like around April 27th, so, they told me, that I could notice some slowdowns or some, ping spikes or something like that, or, higher, then higher speeds, or then, slower speeds, basically, unstable, is basically what they're saying, until they get the, the tower modernization done. But, I actually go past that tower, to go to work, and I was actually looking up at it a few days, and it actually did look like they added some stuff to it, like some more, I don't know what they really call them, some more, things to it, like some more, cell tower, things to it. But, I don't really know if that's, for the 5G or not. I can't really, tell. I can't really distinguish the 5G from the 4G from the 3G. I'm not, really that, tech savvy when it comes to stuff like that. But, it did look like they, did, something on the tower. I've been looking at it recently. And, they just might not have it, up and running yet, or something like that. But, I'm definitely hoping, that they're either doing work, physically on the tower, or they're doing work, like basically, not physically, but, basically, from the T-Mobile, network itself, from, either from online or something like that. They can probably push out updates or something like that. Not actually physically, but like from the network itself, like from the T-Mobile headquarters or whatever itself. But I really hope that April 27th, I see a change. I see a change for the better. I really hope that I get better reliable, more reliable, speeds, with the download, upload, the ping, the signal itself. Like I said, we get a weak 5G signal, right now up in the attic, facing out the, near the old truck stop. Which, that really shouldn't be, with the equipment that I have. I should at least be getting a good 5G signal. And that makes me think that the components and stuff, are still, not really updated in this area. Like I said, I think that the 5G, the tower down the road, is just not, up to date. So I'm definitely hoping they're either doing it, they're updating it physically, or they're updating it, directly from the T-Mobile headquarters. I don't know if they can really do that or not. I'm sure they can, but, I'm just hoping for the best. But like I've said, I'm hoping for the best, but expecting the worst at the same time. So, I'm not gonna, really sit here and, expect miracles, in other words. But, like I said, we'll see. It is April 25th. We still have 2 days, so, we'll see, if they, hold true to what they told me. That's supposed to be completed around April 27th. She told me, she said you can expect to see faster speeds. So, I'm definitely hoping, like I said. So, we'll see. But sorry about going off topic there, but I just wanted to let you guys know, I like to keep you guys updated on this, because, in case, I get slower speeds on this, I just wanted to let you guys know that they are doing the tower modernization. So, I like to keep you guys updated on that kind of stuff. So, but not bad on this one, though. 607 for the download, 8.21 for the upload, and only 22 ping. And it was actually windy yesterday. I forgot to actually mention that. It was actually somewhat windy yesterday. So that might actually have something to do with the, the performance and stuff. And I actually didn't restart it after I got home yesterday, so that could have been, what caused it too, because we actually did get a storm yesterday, like a slight thunderstorm and rain yesterday, so... and that, does affect it. The weather definitely does affect it. And I've, found, I've talked about this in my other videos as well. I found out, after you have bad weather, whether it be a storm, rain, wind, snow, sleet, hail, basically, any kind of bad weather, I found, after you reboot it, you'll get your speeds back, you'll get, your reliable speeds again, that you normally get, because weather definitely does affect it. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be wind, rain, snow, sleet, ice, basically anything, can affect it, fog, stuff like that, stuff that's gonna, affect it, like moisture, stuff like that, so you have to keep that in mind. So not bad on this one at all. 612 for the download, 10.1 for the upload, and only 22 ping. So I'm going to run some on the Ashburn VA server, and then I'll run one more on the West Norton PA server, and then I'll get off of here. And this server always seems to give me higher ping. Like I've said, I don't know why, but it always does seem to give me higher ping. But you also have to keep in mind, like I said too, they're doing the tower modernization, so, you have to keep that in mind, that I'm probably going to experience, the ping spikes and the, the inconsistency and stuff, at least till, April 27th or a little bit after. But not bad on that one, though. 610 for the download, 15.4 for the upload, and 56 ping. I mean, the ping is, obviously a little high, but... And like I've said, we don't game or anything. Occasionally my niece will bring over her Nintendo Switch and stuff like that. But, it's not like we do any hardcore gaming. My mom doesn't game. I don't game. I used to play Xbox, and stuff like that. But I don't even own one anymore. I don't own an Xbox or a PlayStation, or anything like that. I don't game on my phone or anything. I just can't get into gaming like I used to. I have a computer, but I don't use it for gaming or anything. I just don't think it's worth it. But, to each their own. But, for people, that game, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if this service would actually be for you because of the, especially when, they do tower monetization and stuff, the higher ping levels, you guys might not be able to deal with. But, for the average, the average Joe, the average person, like me and my mom, we just use it for browsing the web, downloading stuff, uploading stuff, just doing basic, stuff that people do, in their household. It's definitely, good enough for us. I have a Pi-hole server running. I don't have any problems with that. I, have network-wide ad blocking going 24/7, with the Pi-hole server running, a Raspberry Pi 4, and then I have a Raspberry Pi 3, as my backup. And, it works, tremendously. I haven't had, any problems with it. With Kodi, we don't actually pay for TV. I've went over this before in my YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, we use Kodi with third-party add-ons. And I stream live TV with Kodi, using actually Proton free VPN, which is actually slower, than most premium VPNs. And I don't have any problems, with that. I don't have any problems, with it buffering or anything, like that. So, it's been a great service for us. It's really been a great service. So not bad on this one. 637 for the download, 15.2 for the upload, 56 ping again. But like I've said, the ping is gonna be a little bit higher with them working on the towers and stuff. So you have to keep that in mind. And you also have to keep in mind, that I did reboot the gateway before I actually started making this video. So it's only been like 5 or 10 minutes, or maybe 10 or 20 minutes by now. But it's only been like 10 or 20 minutes. Before I started making this video, I rebooted the gateway, to get the 5G signal back. So, like I've said before, it's going to take it a little while, to get it back up on par, with the ping, and all that kind of stuff. Once you, I've noticed even with the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateways, I've said this in my videos, if you reboot them, or if you move them ever so slightly, it's going to throw off the speeds, for a while, because basically what it is it's basically just a small, basically just a small cell tower, is basically what it is, so if you move it, ever so slightly, or if you, you restart it, it's going to take it a little while, to get back up on par with the speeds that you normally get, specifically, it seems like when you restart it, it seems like it gives you higher ping, like I'm getting now, so, you have to, give it a couple hours, normally, it takes a couple hours, for it to get back, down, how it was, with the download speed, with the upload speed, with the ping, it'll have, ping spikes, from time to time, for a couple hours, or a day or so, especially if you move it, it's going to take it a little while, probably a couple hours or a day or two, to get settled down and everything, and realize, where it's at. It's kind of like a, basically like a human, it's kind of, like a human, if you move it, it's gonna freak out or something, or like a, like for example, my mom has kittens downstairs, from a mommy cat, once we move the kittens, the mommy cat kind of freaks out sometimes, and starts meowing and stuff like that. But it's kind of like, that. It's kind of like that. When if you pick up a baby or something, they're gonna, cry sometimes or something like that. It's kind of on par with that. Or kittens, like I said, is a better example. With a mommy cat, and stuff like that. So, but not bad on this one though for the download. 618 for the download, 21 even on the upload, and then 55 ping. I'm actually going to run one more on the West Norton, PA server here, and then I'll get off of here. Have to get ready for work soon, so... It does seem to actually be getting over 600 today, so that's definitely a good sign. And like I said, it is April 25th, so I'm hoping, I'm hoping that I can, get better speeds in the coming days here. April 27th, they told me that they're going to be done, with the tower modernization in this area, particularly for the 5G. So, like I said, I'm not going to, like I said in my other videos, I'm not going to hold my breath or anything, but I'm definitely, I'm definitely being hopeful, that I'll see, more reliable speeds, more reliable signal, at least go from weak 5G signal, to good 5G signal, I'm definitely, definitely hoping on that, but, like I said, I'm not going to hold my breath on it or anything, but, we'll see, so I'm not going to, really get too excited about it, but, like I said, we will see. So not too bad on that one, especially for the download, 621, for the download, the upload, not too good, but the upload is terrible in this area. Like I've said, and like I've said in my other videos, as long as you get over 3, for the upload, which most of the time we do, as long as you get over 3 for the upload, I've actually read that online, on Cox Cable website. They said that 3, or more, which is normally what we get, 3 or more for the upload, is, sufficient for most households. But, like I've said, I really, am hoping that I get better upload speeds, after this tower modernization is done, around April 27th. I'm really hoping, that I see better, upload speeds, because the upload speeds in this area are just not good. Like I said, it doesn't matter what carrier you have, the upload speeds are just not good, in this area, no matter what carrier you have. So, but like I said, I'm gonna remain hopeful. I'm not gonna get, too happy about it. Come April 27th, we'll see. Like I said, it is April 25th right now, so we still have like 2 days, to go until they said that the tower modernization is going to be done. She did tell me, she said you're going to, see faster speeds once it's done. So, I'm definitely hoping that they're not, lying to me or anything. I highly doubt that they are, because, like I said, they gave me the tower ID, and they asked me if that was the tower, closest to me, and I told them, yeah, so, anytime they're going to give you the tower ID, to tell you that there's tower modernization going on, I don't think they're going to, just give you the tower ID and be like, oh, yeah, there's tower modernization going on. I don't think they're going to BS with me with that. I don't think they're going to tell you, that they're going to give you, better speeds, or you're going to get better speeds, around April 27th, if that wasn't going to be true. But, companies have been known to lie, unfortunately, they might have just been saying that, just to try to get me to, not to switch or something, or not to worry. But, it's very rare that they would give me, an exact date, that it would be done, so, that's why I'm thinking, it definitely, it definitely will be done on April 27th, or maybe a little bit later, maybe like April 28th or something like that, but, they said that it's going to be done on April 27th, so, we'll just have to wait around, and see, so, but anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, I just wanted to get this video out there, and if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, guys.